Top White House allies in Congress are now grappling between what their constituents want at home and what the commander-in-chief seems to want when it comes to the Syria crisis. Among them, Democratic Congressman Adam Smith, the ranking member on the House Armed Services Committee, who, like many members of his party, remains very skeptical about what he should do about the issue of a military strike on the regime. California Republican Buck McKeon is the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, and he joins me now. Congressman, welcome. Very good to have you here, as always.
Thank you, Martha. Good to be with you.
You know, frankly, when I hear about congressmen, kind of grappling with whether or not they're going to vote for a strike, the first thing that pops into my mind is I don't think there's going to be a vote. Is there going to be a vote?
You know, we really don't know. It's been put off, and generally until it's scheduled, until you have the debate scheduled, until you have the rules committee meeting, we don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the momentum and the push for a strike is the air has gone out of that balloon in a big way. At least I think that's how it appears. Is that an accurate assessment?
I think so. I think there was a big sigh of relief, and then everybody moved on to the next issue.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. Now, you said something really interesting to Brian Kilmeade yesterday that I just want to go over with you again, because you were in a briefing. The moment that all of this started to turn to the Russia plan, and, it looks like there's the possibility of a way out of a military strike here because we might have a negotiation on our hands. And you were in a briefing with Secretary Kerry, Susan Rice, Secretary Hagel, General Clapper, and General Dempsey on this issue. And it sounds like in that room, nobody thought there was any chance of any breakthrough in negotiations. Is that right?
Well, I think Congressman, I think it was Adam Schiff, asked the question because we had just heard about this offer from Russia. The room was full. I think most of the members of the House were there in attendance. And he just asked the question, what about this proposal? Is there anything to it? What can we expect? And it seemed to me Susan Rice immediately jumped on it and said, I'm Secretary General, or Secretary of the, I was the ambassador there to the United Nations for 2.5 years. I tried dealing with those people very hard. She kind of poo-pooed the idea. And then Secretary Kerry jumped right in and basically they were both kind of squashing that idea. So when I left the meeting, I heard that at the same time the president was accepting that idea with open arms. So it just showed how it's been for the last 10 days, 2 weeks around here. The administration doesn't seem to quite have their act together.
So what do you think when you hear that Secretary Kerry says that this was part of his grand plan all along, that they were threatening the strike, but that they were working all the back channels and that they were working towards this goal all along?
I really don't know because I've heard him say it was an offhand comment, and I said it because there was no chance of that happening. So I really don't know.
All right. What do you think of Vladimir Putin's op-ed this morning in the New York Times?
I've been busy and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I have it right here in my pocket. I'll be reading it and I'll be responding to it. But I'm a little leery of us taking our direction of how we should be acting on the world stage from the premier of Russia.
He says that it's foolish for us to be told that America is an exceptional country and that we have been enacting too many wars and not enough diplomacy.
Well, I guess he can say whatever he thinks. I think we are an exceptional country. I think since World War II, it's our Navy that has kept the sea lanes open around the world. 95% of our commerce travels on the oceans, and we just take it for granted that the seas are open. And that's because of our United States Navy. Our military around the world has kept us safe. We've been in confrontations, but not of our choosing for the most part. And I think we've done a pretty good job.
And I know you think that you're very concerned about the funding for our military, and you have made that very clear, Congressman. Thank you so much. It's very good to have you here today.
Thank you.
Congressman McKeon, we'll see you next time.